Hello everybody! Now I've been inspired by our good friend Dino at Dean's Lost the Plot up there in the frozen northeast to get some Brassica tents done. I mentioned the other day that I wanted a tent here, and I want a tent here, and also we're taking the strawberries out, so I'm going to be putting a tent there as well where the strawberries currently are. So anyway, I've just got down to site. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, and I've been here about 10 minutes, so I've just started off by putting the first two rods in that are going to be the sort of supporting rods for the big tubing that we've got over there. Yeah, so these are the supporting uprights, if you like, obviously from the trampoline frames. We always use the recycled trampoline frames for whatever we can. They are indeed. Is it all right for that, Paul? I was taking the Michael out of him a bit the other day. He's got it absolutely spot on straight, don't worry about that. And it's much easier when you've not got too big of a span like I've got here. This is only, what would it be? About 4.5 feet wide. But this tunnel is going to be 4.5 feet wide by 8 feet long. And it's just going to be a small walking job. There'll be a small central path in the same way that we've got one here on Bradley's cage. Just so that we can get in and out, do the weeding, do the harvesting, whatever we need to do. Not looking too bad, are they? But yeah, it's going to be sort of 2/3 the size of that, but it's going to be taller because I want to be able to get in. I always stoop over like an old man when I'm trying to get into that cage of Bradley's. And it doesn't need to be as elaborate. Dean mentioned the other day on his live prem that he's favouring the simplistic, and I obviously favour the complicated. So I'm going to try and cut that down a little bit because you don't really need to. So I'm just going to show you a simple, hopefully, tunnel that we're going to create. I've got about an hour, so I won't be able to finish it off, but I'm just going to get the framing in, the basic framing in, the hoops. Okay, so we're hammering those tubes in about half the length sort of into the ground. And we're just trying to maintain the level as we go around. Now the ground isn't totally level, as we know, but if we can make the tubes level, then we're going to be fine and dandy. I'm going to get the last two in there at the end. I can't go right to the end though, but that doesn't matter. I'll just go right at the side of those two pegs, 2x2 anchor pegs, and we should be okay. Okay, there's the middle two. Okay, and that's the last one in that corner. And we know now that we're straight and level at all 6 points. So all that remains now is to cut the tubing, which is the tubing that we've got over there. I think it's like 30mm tube, that. Not sure what it was used for, but there it is. Oh, it's stopped. We managed 20 minutes until the heavens absolutely opened, and it was just like a sheet of water coming down. Anyway, I'll show you where I'm up to. I might be able to get the hoops finished, hopefully. So yeah, there's just the one more to go on there. I'm not taking it up as high as I was gonna do because that's 3 meters, and the width of the netting, in fact it's just short of 3 meters, that arch. It's 2.9. And the netting is 3 meters wide, and so that's the height I'm going to go for. And that'll be ideal for a brassica bed. It's about a good 18 inches taller than this one here. and it's taller than that one there as well. Only a couple of inches taller, but no, that'll be fine, that'll be okay. Just got to get that last hoop on if I possibly can. The weather's atrocious. Okay, now they're all level, as you can see there, and they stand about 3 feet 9 inches tall, so it's a little bit small for me. I could crawl in there, sort of stooped, I'm guessing, but I'm going to put a central gangway down in the same way that we've done there, and then have the plants growing either side. So it's going to be about 1 foot wide, the gangway, going down the centre, so we can get in, get weeding and attend to our plants. I'll just make sure it's still level on the last bit. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? Good enough, good enough that. Now, it's not completed yet, obviously, and there's no netting on it, but it will be. So let's just take a look at her, see how she looks. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad at all. That. There'll be a central 2x1 affixed underneath that to the full length, 8 feet. So I've done it in 8 feet. You can get 8 feet lengths of the 2x1 basically. So there'll be one going there, and there'll be one going about there on either side. So I need 3 lengths of 2x1, and that should be enough really. And then I'm maybe going to put a couple of staves going down that way, and I'll need a door for the front as well, in the same way that we've got here. It's not going to be quite as elaborate as that cage. It'll be more of a fastening like we've got on this one, where the net drops down and we hook them onto these little pins that we've got there. So we hook the net over. So with it being 3 meters wide, the netting, we're going to have around 4 inches or so that we can drape over the end there and hook it on. But yeah, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine, that. So yeah, that's me. Unfortunately, very wet and sodden, and that's our hour done doing that. Oh, and the weeding as well. I had to weed it first. More weeding. But yeah, we'll have an 8-foot tent there behind me. You can't probably make that out, but it's a very dark, well, there you go. It's a very dark sky. The weather's atrocious at the moment. We need some warmth and sunshine. I don't know what's going on. It's all flooded down at the bottom end there. But that's nature in the raw, guys, isn't it, I guess? You can't always have it your own way. Right, Tuesday night. I can only do an hour a night at the moment because I'm looking after the kids, daddy daycare. Because Helen's really busy at work. She's interviewing people at the moment as well for jobs. But yeah, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Take care of yourselves and each other, and keep growing with your heads down. Catch you in the week, guys. Bye bye.